In the time it takes you to watch this intro, about 250 electric cars will be sold worldwide. But what about the other zero emissions promise, the hydrogen car? In the last 3 months, in the entire United States, automakers sold fewer than 100 of them. It's a rounding error. We have millions of EVs on our roads, but less than 20,000 hydrogen cars in history, all trapped within the borders of California. So, here's the billion-dollar question. Why are giants like Toyota, Hyundai, and the notoriously meticulous engineers at BMW still pouring a fortune into what looks like a failed technology? Why is the US military developing silent, hydrogen-powered vehicles for special forces? Is this just corporate pride, or is there a secret breakthrough on the horizon that could challenge the very foundation of the EV empire? Could the future of your car be powered by scrap metal in a bucket of ocean water? We are about to pull back the curtain on the silent, high-stakes war between batteries and hydrogen. If you believe the future of transportation is one of the most important stories of our time, you need to be subscribed to Electric Vehicle Empire, because the details we're about to uncover are critical. Welcome back to Electric Vehicle Empire. Today we're taking a hard, unflinching look at the beautiful dream and the harsh reality of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. For decades, the hydrogen car has been the next big thing. It promised the best of both worlds. The instant, silent torque of an electric motor combined with the convenience of a 5-minute refuel, all while emitting nothing but pure water vapor. It was supposed to be the ultimate clean car, the perfect evolution from gasoline. But that dream has slammed into a wall of reality. The hydrogen highway that was promised in the early 2000s remains a collection of lonely, often broken down outposts. The hydrogen vehicle section at any dealership is a technological ghost town. To understand why, we need to look at the staggering numbers that define this one-sided fight. The battlefield is California, the only state where you can even acquire an FCEV. Here, the electric vehicle ecosystem is flourishing. There are over 1.8 million EVs on the road. To support them, there are more than 16,500 public DC fast charging locations, with new ones opening daily. Now, for hydrogen, the entire public refueling infrastructure for the whole state consists of 50 stations. 50. And that number is shrinking. This isn't a market struggle, it's a market failure. This disparity is the core reason why FCEV sales are not just slow, they are statistically insignificant. The three lonely gladiators in the arena. In this daunting landscape, only 3 manufacturers have the audacity to offer a hydrogen car to the American public. First, the original champion of the cause, the Toyota Mirai. Now in its second generation, the Mirai is without question a stunning piece of design. It transitioned from a quirky, angular hatchback to a sleek, luxurious rear-wheel drive sedan that looks more like a Lexus. Starting at around $51,000, it's not cheap, but it delivers a premium experience. The ride is whisper quiet and smooth, powered by a fuel cell system that generates 182 horsepower. Its biggest selling point is its EPA estimated range of 402 miles, a figure that rivals many gasoline cars. Inside, you're greeted with a high-tech cockpit, a massive touchscreen, and a 14-speaker JBL audio system. Toyota built the car to be desirable on its own merits, hoping its style and comfort would convince buyers to overlook the fuel dilemma. It was a noble effort to build a car so good, it would create the demand for hydrogen. Next in the ring is the Hyundai Nexo. Introduced for the 2019 model year, the Nexo chose the more popular crossover form factor. With a starting price that creeps over the $60,000 mark, it's a significant investment. For that money, you get a futuristic-looking SUV with 161 horsepower and an impressive 380-mile range. Its interior is a showcase of sustainable materials and features a clean dual-screen layout. However, the Nexo is beginning to show its age. While Hyundai promises a major refresh for 2026, it currently faces stiff competition from luxury EVs that offer more performance and a usable charging network for the same price. The Nexo feels like a brilliant piece of technology waiting for a world that doesn't exist yet. The latest and perhaps most intriguing entry is the Honda CR-V e FCEV. Hyundai, always the innovator, took a completely different path. They recognized the glaring lack of hydrogen stations and engineered a clever workaround. This vehicle is a unique plug-in hybrid FCEV. It has a small battery that allows it to travel up to 29 miles on electricity alone, which you can charge at home or at any EV charger. For most people, this covers the daily commute. For longer trips, the hydrogen fuel cell kicks in, extending the total range to 270 miles. It's a pragmatic solution to the infrastructure problem. Built by hand at Honda's Performance Manufacturing Center in Ohio, the same place the Acura NSX was born. It has an air of exclusivity. But despite being built in America's heartland, you can still only get one in California. At a $50,000 starting price, it's a fascinating, if compromised, glimpse into a potential bridge technology. The heavyweights watching from the ringside. If the story ended with these three niche vehicles, we could dismiss hydrogen as a failed passion project. But the plot thickens when you see which global giants are still investing heavily behind the scenes. Let's talk about General Motors. GM's history with hydrogen is longer than any other automakers, dating back to the 1966 Electrovan. In a more modern context, they formed a massive joint venture with Hyundai called Fuel Cell Systems Manufacturing, LLC. Their goal was to mass-produce advanced, lower-cost fuel cells. While Hyundai is using these cells in the CR-V, GM has pivoted their strategy. They've poured billions into their Ultium battery platform, which underpins their entire EV lineup. For GM, the future of passenger cars is electric, but they see immense value in hydrogen for other applications: heavy-duty commercial trucks, military equipment, and stationary power generators to back up data centers and power grids. However, their commitment has been questioned. In May 2025, reports surfaced that GM had paused fuel cell production at their Michigan facility, casting a shadow over the future of their joint venture. It's a high-stakes hedge, keeping a foot in the hydrogen door while sprinting full speed towards a battery-electric future. Across the Atlantic, BMW is making a much bolder statement. The German automaker, known for its power of choice philosophy, refuses to believe that batteries are the only answer. They've partnered with the hydrogen leader Toyota to create the BMW i5 Hydrogen. This isn't just a shiny concept car. It's a fully engineered pilot fleet that has undergone rigorous testing in extreme climates all over the world. The i5 is a performance-oriented SUV that uses Toyota's fuel cells but pairs them with BMW's own high-performance battery and electric drive technology, resulting in a staggering 401 horsepower. This is BMW's way of proving that a hydrogen car can still be the ultimate driving machine. They aren't just dipping their toes in the water. BMW has publicly declared its intention to launch a full range of hydrogen models for consumers starting in 2028. This is a massive, long-term gamble that directly challenges the EV-only narrative.
The secret sanctuaries, where hydrogen is actually winning. While the passenger car market is a wasteland, hydrogen has found fertile ground in specific, targeted applications where its unique advantages outweigh its drawbacks. Hyundai provides the perfect case study. The same company struggling to sell the Nexo is a global leader in hydrogen commercial transport. At their brand new, multi-billion-dollar meta plant in Georgia, Hyundai is deploying a fleet of 21 Xcient fuel cell trucks. These massive rigs haul parts and materials in a closed-loop ecosystem. They have predictable routes and return to a central, private refueling station at the plant. It's the perfect scenario: zero emissions, heavy hauling capability, and no reliance on a non-existent public network. Hyundai is even building a dedicated hydrogen production and refueling station near the bustling port of Savannah, a clear signal that the future of cleaning up our shipping and logistics industries may run on H2. This logic extends to the US military. On the modern battlefield, stealth is survival. A gasoline engine is hot and loud. A hydrogen fuel cell is cool and virtually silent. This low thermal and acoustic signature is a massive tactical advantage for special operations forces. The primary challenge, as always, is supplying fuel in a war zone. The military solution is brilliant, created on site. At bases like Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam, They are leveraging their vast solar panel arrays to power electrolyzers. These machines split water into hydrogen and oxygen, providing a self-sufficient, secure source of fuel completely independent of vulnerable supply lines. The Achilles heel, a crisis of infrastructure and confidence. No matter how advanced the cars or how successful the niche applications, the consumer market is governed by one simple rule: convenience. And here, hydrogen faces a catastrophic failure. The infrastructure isn't just lacking, it's collapsing. The biggest shockwave came in early 2024 when Shell, a global energy superpower, announced it was permanently closing all of its hydrogen refueling stations in California. They cited supply complications and other external market factors, a corporate way of saying it was a money-losing nightmare. For the few owners who took the plunge, the experience is often a frustrating scavenger hunt. The remaining stations, operated by smaller companies, are notoriously unreliable. A 2023 class action lawsuit filed by Hyundai by a group of Nexo owners paints a grim picture. They alleged they were misled about the viability of the hydrogen network. One owner recounted waiting for hours in line, only for the station to malfunction or run out of fuel just as he reached the front. This isn't a minor inconvenience, it's a fundamental breakdown of the product's core function. The technical challenges of a hydrogen station are immense. The fuel must be compressed to an incredible 10,000 psi, 700 bar, and kept cryogenically cold. The pumps are complex, and malfunctions are frequent, leading to significant downtime. It's a far more volatile and technologically demanding process than simply running a high-voltage cable to an EV charger. The ray of hope. Is the solution in seawater? For years, the dirty secret of hydrogen was its production method. Most of it comes from steam reforming natural gas, a process that releases significant amounts of CO2. Green hydrogen from electrolysis is clean, but incredibly energy-intensive and expensive. But a potential paradigm shift is emerging from the labs at MIT. Researchers there have developed a novel process that could revolutionize hydrogen production. It's elegant in its simplicity. The ingredients: scrap aluminum and water. Any water, including seawater. The process involves treating shredded aluminum pellets with the liquid alloy of gallium and indium. When these activated aluminum pellets are introduced to water, they trigger a chemical reaction that splits the water molecules, releasing high-purity hydrogen gas. This method is revolutionary for several reasons. First, it's clean, with no carbon emissions. Second, the primary byproduct, a stable aluminum hydroxide called baumite, is a valuable commodity used in manufacturing semiconductors and fire retardants. Selling this byproduct could dramatically lower the net cost of the hydrogen. Dr. Ali Kambargi, the lead author of the study, highlighted its energy density, stating, "With a very small amount of aluminum fuel, you can conceivably supply much of the power for a hydrogen-fueled vehicle." The potential is staggering. A future where refueling stations don't store vast amounts of explosive, high-pressure gas, but instead create fuel on demand from safe, stable aluminum pellets and local water. This could single-handedly solve both the fuel production and the dangerous transportation problems. Final verdict: a champion in waiting or a permanent underdog. So we return to the central question: is hydrogen dead? For the mainstream passenger car market, right now, it is on life support. It's locked in a death spiral. No one will buy the cars without the stations, and no one will fund the stations for a handful of cars. The immediate future of hydrogen is clear. It will thrive in controlled industrial ecosystems, commercial trucking fleets, public bus systems with dedicated depots, port logistics, and specialized military and aerospace applications. In these areas, its advantages in range and refueling speed for heavy vehicles are undeniable. For the hydrogen car in your driveway, the path forward is shrouded in fog. It would take a colossal, multi-billion-dollar investment from a major player like Toyota to build out a network with the scale and reliability of Tesla superchargers. Or It would require the MIT aluminum water technology to rapidly scale from a laboratory success to an industrial-scale reality. The electric vehicle has won this round. It won because the infrastructure, while imperfect, is manageable and accessible to millions at home. It won because companies like Tesla took a massive financial risk to solve the chicken and egg problems themselves. Hydrogen is still waiting for its champion. It remains a superior technology in some respects, trapped by an inferior ecosystem. The war for the ultimate clean car isn't over, but hydrogen is, for now, losing badly. The question is, can a single breakthrough change the course of the entire conflict? What's your take? Are the big companies holding on to hydrogen just chasing a ghost, or are they playing the long game? Let us know your theory in the comments. This is the kind of debate that defines the future. Thanks for joining us on Electric Vehicle Empire. We'll see you in the next one.